So I do not go out of my way to preach these apocalyptic texts that are kind of about the end of the world, but also about the coming of something new. In fact, if I can get out of it, I do. I was actually going to preach the text right before this, which is just so great, 1 through 4, where the widow brings her coins and puts them, and she's really putting her whole life in there. But this is the text for the day, and I think there's really something in here for us. And Luke, the good thing about Luke, who we will be putting away after next Sunday for 3 more years, is Luke, unlike Matthew and Mark, is less focused on these texts. He has less of a kind of apocalyptic fervor. In other words, he didn't think the world was about to end. If he had thought that, he wouldn't have written what? Volume 2, right? He went on to write the Acts of the Apostles, which was really a story about the early church, right? Sending out these missionaries and starting all these new communities. And so they imagined, at least for a while, the world going on, right? So, but Luke does have, I think, something here for us to hear. And I think it's important because I do think so often these messages are really co-opted and twisted. And we really kind of have to call that out, but we also have to kind of look and see where is the word of hope for us. So here in Luke 21, kind of Jesus is on his way to Jerusalem, kind of we're moving towards the crucifixion. And so he's talking about how what people see is going to be taken away. And right now he's talking about the Jewish temple. And obviously at the time Luke would have written sometime around the year 90 or 100, the temple had actually already come down in the year 70. So they're predicting something that's happened, which is helpful, right? When some were speaking about the temple, how it was adorned with beautiful stones and gifts dedicated to God, Jesus said, "As for these things that you see, the days will come when not one stone will be left upon another. All will be thrown down." And they asked him, "Teacher, when will this be, and what will be the sign that this is about to take place?" And Jesus said, "Beware that you are not led astray, for many will come in my name and say, 'I am he,' and the time is near. Do not go after them. When you hear of wars and insurrections, do not be terrified. For these things must take place first, but the end will not follow immediately." Then Jesus said to them, "Nation will rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom. There will be great earthquakes, and in various places famines and plagues, and there will be dreadful portents and great signs from heaven. But before all this occurs, they will arrest you and persecute you. They will hand you over to synagogues and prisons, and you will be brought before kings and governors because of my name. This will give you an opportunity to testify. So make up your minds not to prepare your defense in advance. For I will give you words and a wisdom that none of your opponents will be able to withstand or contradict. You will be betrayed even by parents and brothers, by relatives and friends, and they will put some of you to death. You will be hated by all because of my name. But not a hair of your head will perish. By your endurance, you will gain your